Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Paris from EnglishClass101.com. In this video, we'll be talking about 10 words you need to know at the airport. Let's go. Terminal. Terminal. A terminal is the place where a plane stops to collect or drop off passengers. For example, you can say, the plane will pull into the terminal so we can exit. Or the terminal will get changed 10 times so you'll miss your flight. Luggage pickup. Luggage pickup. This is the place at an airport where you get your luggage after your flight. For example, you can say, the luggage pickup area is busy. Sometimes you can also see baggage claim instead of luggage pickup. Then we have plane ticket. Plane ticket. You need to keep your plane ticket with you at all times when you're at the airport. At the airport, this will be called a boarding pass. For example, you can say, I purchased my plane ticket online, so you do not need that boarding pass anymore. I don't want to see those boarding passes. The next word is flight. Flight. A flight is another name for a plane that goes to a certain destination. For example, you might hear, this flight goes to New York. You can say, the flight will leave in 1 hour. Or you can say, the flight will leave in 10 hours because it's been delayed. Next word is board. Board. This verb means to get on a plane, boat, etc. For example, you can say, we need to hurry to get on board on time. Boarding gate. Boarding gate. A boarding gate is the place where you go to get on your flight. Usually there's a gate number to help you find your gate. For example, you can say, I couldn't find my boarding gate. Or the boarding gate will be closing and they'll say, Paris. Delayed. Delayed. If a flight or train is delayed, it means that it will leave later than expected. For example, you can say, the train departure will be delayed for 20 minutes. It's always the worst when your plane or train is delayed. Take off. Take off. When something starts to fly, especially in an airplane, we say that it's taking off. For example, you can say, the plane will take off in 20 minutes. The next word is land. Land. When something descends and touches the ground after flying, we say that it lands. For example, you can say, the plane will land at the airport at 10 o'clock. The next word is reservation. Reservation. A reservation is used when you made arrangements in advance for something, such as a restaurant, hotel, a tour, etc. For example, you can say, do you have a reservation? In LA, that's all I hear. Okay guys, that's it for this lesson. Which word do you like the most? Leave us a comment letting me know. See you next time guys, bye!
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about the top 25 English phrases, so let's get started. The first phrase is hello. Hello, of course, is used as a greeting. You can greet your friends, you can greet your coworkers, your family with this phrase just by saying hello. Hey, hi, what's up? Hello. Sup? Yo. Pretty much any time of day you can use hello. Hello. The next phrase is good morning. Good morning is used as a greeting in the morning. You can kind of feel when morning ends for you. Good morning is nice and polite. Or even just morning with your close friends or close coworkers. The next phrase is good night. Good night is fine. We don't use this to greet other people. We use it when we're saying goodbye to other people at night. Family members, particularly mothers and fathers, to say good night to their children before they put them to bed. You can say it to your friend in a text message or in an email if you've been talking for a while. Good night. So the next word to talk about is goodbye. Use it when you say goodbye to your friends, when you leave your friends. Goodbye. Bye, of course. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace out. That's another way to say goodbye. Okay, the next phrase is I'm plus your name. Of course, this is a way to introduce yourself. You can use I'm, in my case, Alicia. I'm Alicia to introduce yourself in any situation. New friend, I'm Alicia. Okay, the next phrase is what's your name? What's your name is used to ask someone else what their name is. So, what is your name sounds a bit try to use what's your name. If you forget someone's name, you can say, sorry, what's your name? Or sorry, what's your name again? Next phrase is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you anytime you meet someone new. Nice to meet you is fine. Good to meet you is a little more casual. Great to meet you sounds very excited. Pleasure to meet you sounds like maybe a formal situation or a business context. Okay, the next phrase is how are you? How are you is just a friendly way to check in with the other person. You can use it with friends, your family, your coworkers, maybe even your boss to a certain degree. How are ya? How you doing? The next phrase is I'm fine, thanks. And you? If you saw English in 3 minutes, we talked a lot about this phrase. Instead of I'm fine, thank you, and you, say I'm good, thanks. How are you? Just shorten it, make it a little bit more natural. How are you? Good. How are you? Great. How are you? Not so good. How are you? Okay. And so on. So when someone says, how are you? I usually say, I'm good. This week, I blah, blah, blah. Give some information about what you've been up to. Maybe a hobby, something that you did recently, an event, something interesting you saw, whatever. People want to make that connection with you, and it's a good chance for you to continue speaking. The next word is please. Please is a polite phrase used when you want something from someone else. You can use this as a response when someone offers you something, like in a restaurant, for example. Would you like more water? Would you like something to drink? Oh, please. The next phrase is thank you. Thank you is used to express your appreciation. You can use thank you with everybody. The next phrase is you're welcome. You're welcome. When someone says thank you, you can say you're welcome. No biggie. I use no biggie, as in no biggie is short for no big problem. The next word is yes. Yes, of course. Yes means is any positive expression. Someone asks you a question and the answer is a positive answer. You say yes, yep, uh-huh, yeah. Oui. No. Next, I'm guessing I know it. Yep. The next word is no. No is a negative response to something when you have to give a negative answer. So as you can probably guess, the long form of no is negative. I like to use nope. It's very, very casual. Not gonna happen. My parents would use that with me. To soften that a little bit, if you want to show a negative response to something, like let's go out for dinner tonight. What do you want to do? Like, do you want to go out? Not really. No, I don't think so. To soften it. The next word is okay. Okay. This word comes from copy editors. Okay. When they had to check a manuscript, they had to label the manuscript all clear, AC. But because they were copy editors and they have a very, very sick sense of humor, they thought they would mark it OK for all clear to make a joke because O and K do not start all and clear. But it caught on among everybody in the world. Anyway, okay is used to agree with somebody else. Well, it can be used actually to express a positive or kind of a slight negative, I feel. Transitioning in your conversation, you can say, okay, now we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. Okay. The next phrase is excuse me. Excuse me, it's used to get someone's attention in English when you don't know the other person. For example, in a store, a supermarket, maybe a stranger on the street, you need to ask directions. You can use excuse me. You can use excuse me in the supermarket. Excuse me, can you tell me where the hot sauce is? If you've done something rude in public, you can use excuse me. I personally do not do rude things in public ever. I'm sorry is the next word we're going to talk about. I'm sorry is used to apologize. When you have made a mistake or someone you know has made a mistake and you're connected to it, or you just feel bad, you can use I'm sorry. You made a mistake at work. I'm sorry. You forgot to feed your cat. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. You bump someone next to you. Oh, sorry. What time is it is the next phrase when you need to check what time it is. What time is it? When you ask someone else what time it is, maybe you say this to yourself too. Check your watch, check your phone, check a clock. Pretty straightforward phrase. There aren't really any short versions, so that's an easy one. Where is the plus a location. So you can use this for a building or a store. We're not going to use this where is the for a place, a city name or a state name or a country name. To do that, you would need to remove the. But where is the bank? Where is the post office? You can use this to ask directions, to ask for help in your house or at work. Where is the copy machine? Where is the file I need? Where is the blah, blah, blah? Where is the bathroom is perhaps a very important question to know. The next one is, may I use the restroom? May I use the restroom is a polite and soft expression that you can use if you need to use the toilet, you need to use the washroom. When you're at someone's house for the very first time, when you're in a place that is new to you, you can ask, may I use the restroom? More casually, can I go to the bathroom? To be very polite, you can say, may I go to the bathroom? The next phrase is, I would like to order something. You can use this at a restaurant probably, or in any situation where you need to place an order. I'd like a pizza. I'd like beer. Can I get the check, please? This will be used at a restaurant. When you've finished your meal and it's time to go, can I get the check, please? In a very, very casual situation, you can just say, check, please. That's fine. The next phrase is see you soon. See you soon is used with friends and family members, perhaps, when you expect to see them again soon after saying goodbye to them. This is used at the end of the conversation. You're going separate directions. You say, see you soon. See ya is also good, or just see you. To make it a little more formal, you can say, I'll see you again soon. Make a full sentence out of it that way. The next phrase is see you later. See you later is very similar to see you soon, but the point is with see you later is that you're probably going to meet that person again later on in the same day. The last phrase is really. Really is a very useful word because you can use it to show you are interested in a conversation with upward intonation. Really, really, tell me more. Or to show that you're not so interested in the conversation with downward intonation. Really. So there are many other words that you can use similar to really in this way, like seriously or oh, and so on. So it's a really good practice for your intonation. So those are 25 very common words and phrases in English. If you liked this video, if you like this topic, please subscribe. I'm sure there'll be a button here somewhere or a button here or wherever. But please be sure to subscribe to our channel because we're going to be doing more videos like this, and we already have more videos like this, so please be sure to check them out. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Really? Oh, interesting. Okay, I see. Great, fantastic, unbelievable. Gratitude, subjects. What are we having for dinner tonight? Pizza? Affirmative. I'll riff on that. I am Chris Hardwick.
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 favorite English words. We asked our fans on Facebook what their favorite English words were, and these are the top 10 that came out, so let's talk about them. Come on. The first word, the first phrase is come on. Come on is a phrase that's used to encourage other people, like let's go to the party, come on. Or you can also use it with downward intonation as in come on when you feel upset about something. Someone has stopped in front of you in the middle of the street and you're trying to walk, but they just don't move. You can say, come on. Though, don't say that out loud maybe because they might get upset with you. Come on over, baby. That's a good one. Yeah, come on over to my house, or come on over to the barbecue this weekend. It's going to be a good time. So you can use it as part of a separate phrase as well, not just by itself. Believe. The next word is believe. Believe is used, a verb. It's a verb. When you trust in something, or that you feel that you know that something exists or something is possible or something is capable. Many people use it as in like, I believe in you, to show that they think that the other person or the other group of people is capable of doing something. Or people use it for their faith as well, like I believe in God or I don't believe in God. For something that you have your faith in, and another person or in religion, whatever that might be. Consistency. Consistency is a noun. The consistency of a liquid can be really thick or kind of thin. Or you can also use consistency to talk about something that's important that you need when you're studying a language, for example. Consistency. So consistency refers to doing the same thing the same way over and over and over again. Studying every day or making a habit out of studying, creating consistency in your study patterns will really help you in learning another language. Watch our videos every week. We're consistent. Friend. Friend, that's good. I'm glad that that was a word that was chosen from the Facebook thing. Friend, yeah, so someone that you feel close to or someone that you get along really well with is your friend. In a sentence, I went out drinking with my friends yesterday and that was a bad idea. Friend also can be used for the people who follow you or the people who you're connected to on social media. So your Facebook friends, maybe Twitter, you can have Twitter friends. Maybe Instagram friends, people that you haven't actually met but that you somehow have a connection with online. People are now calling them your friends. But whether or not they're true friends remains to be seen. What is a true friend? A true friend is someone who you can tell all your things to and they won't judge you for it. Gate crash. This. Gate crash means to go to an event without having been invited to the event. I've also heard just crash. I haven't heard it with gate, but I just heard crash as in to crash a party. So in a sentence, I once crashed a house party. I wasn't invited, but somehow we had a connection and we just showed up and had a good time. But usually gate crashes are perceived as, they're very unwelcome. Like you shouldn't be there. Great. Great is just a positive word. How are you? I'm great. Oh, how was that movie? It was great. Anytime that you want to express some sort of positivity, you could use the word great. Great! You're great, Eileen. Pizza is pretty great. I haven't eaten pizza in a while. Pizza. I don't know. I love the phrase, I don't know. I talked about this phrase in one of the English topics videos that we did with Michael. Check that out if you haven't already. I don't know, of course, is used when you do not know information. You don't know the answer. Your teacher asks you a question in math class or something, and you can say, I don't know, for I have no ideas. So you can use it in this way, but I like to use I don't know a lot to transition in my speech. When I don't have a good idea, or when I'm out of things to say and I want to kind of pass the conversation to the next person, I go, I don't know, I don't know. You can use this when you're trying to make a decision, for example, and you kind of want to encourage the other person to help make the decision. So one person might say, what do you want to do? And you can say, I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do? And eventually somebody has to make the decision, but you can kind of pass back and forth with I don't know, in this sort of soft way. Never mind. Yeah, never mind means don't worry about it. Or maybe like stop thinking about that. I don't need to think about that anymore. Never mind, like you want to move on in the conversation, you can say never mind, or you make an embarrassing comment, never mind. What is happening? There's like a creaky cracky thing happening. Never mind. Oh, I just used it, never mind. No, it wasn't on purpose. So I just used never mind, that was pretty good. Passion. Passion refers to something that you feel very strongly about, positively usually. So you can feel passion for your studies, you can feel passion for your hobby, you can feel passion for your family or your friend. I think we use passion more so to talk about like a love relationship, a romantic relationship. So you can say, I have passion for my wife, I have passion for my husband, or like I have passion for this hobby that I do. It's a really positive word. So in a sentence, let's see. I think a relationship should be full of passion. I have passion for music. I do. I have passion for music. I'm constantly listening to music. From the moment I wake up in the morning, I literally have headphones in my bed, and I'm listening to the latest new things on my SoundCloud stream. That's true. Sparkler. Why did you guys pick sparkler? Sparkler. A sparkler is a small firework, like a handheld firework that you can use like at 4th of July. You light one end of it, and it kind of goes psst. It makes that sound too. It goes psst, and it kind of burns, and you can write stuff. And if you take a picture with a long timer on the camera or whatever, you can spell out boobs. One of my favorite things to do on the 4th of July in America is to light sparklers with my family and friends. And that's the end. So those were, let's see, how many? 10. Those were 10 really cool words that you guys chose from Facebook. Thanks a lot for participating and sending in those words. It's interesting to see what you guys chose. Thanks again for watching today, and we will see you again next time. Bye. We're stirring the pot here at EnglishClass101.com. Why is the Jurassic Park theme song coming out? Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 15 questions that you should know. So these are 15 questions that not necessarily you need to know how to ask them. Perhaps you know some of the questions already, but you will probably also hear these questions as well. So we'll practice a few different answers for these questions too. So let's get started. Do you like American food? The first question is, do you like American food? You will probably be asked this question. Do you like American food? You can either say yes or no, or you can give a specific example. Someone says, do you like American food? Yes, I love Philly cheesesteaks. I would recommend saying yes or a little, or you can just say, I don't know. What do you recommend? Have you been to the United States? The next question is, have you been to the United States? Have you been to the United States? So if someone asks you, have you been to the United States? You should reply with either, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Or maybe, no, I haven't yet, but I want to. When you want to ask someone this question, you can say, have you been to Japan? Have you been to Egypt? Have you been to China? Whatever. You can use your own country when you ask this question. How are you? How are you? When someone asks, how are you? Don't say, I'm fine, thank you, and you? Please don't say that. Please say something more natural, like good, great, I'm good, how are you? Something like that is much better than I'm fine, thank you, and you. Be a little more genuine in your reply. Also, when you ask this question, maybe one point to help you sound a little more natural when you ask someone else. Don't, try to say, how are you? How are you? Instead of, how are you? Or, and make sure your intonation is correct. I've had a few people ask me, how are you? like a little too like, yeah, with this question, or like, how are you? But how are you should be the intonation with this. How are you? How are ya? Is a little bit more natural. How long have you been studying English? How long have you been studying English? How long have you been studying English? Great question to know the answer to. Your answer should be, I have been studying English for blah, blah, blah years, or blah, blah, blah months, or blah, blah, blah weeks. But if that's too much for you, you can just use the time. How long have you been studying English? 6 years. How long have you been studying English? 2 months. So just pick the time if the whole sentence is quite long for you. How old are you? We don't really go around asking people how old they are, like just the first time you meet them necessarily, especially if they're older, much older than you. Like in particular, it's sometimes considered rude to ask, especially women, how old they are. So just be careful with this question. But if you're about the same age group, you know, maybe you're at an event or a party or something and you just want to check how old the other person is, you can use this phrase. When you reply to this, just say, I'm plus the number, to make a really simple response. So how old are you? I'm 15. How old are you? I'm 42. Whatever the answer is, just stick I'm in front of it. Not I, but I'm. I am. But use the contracted form to sound more natural. I'm number. If you want to make a full sentence, you can say I'm number years old. Don't forget that S in years. I'm 1,000,000 years old. What did you say? What did you say? If you couldn't quite hear something that someone else said, you can use this question to confirm. Sorry, what did you say? It's a little nicer than just saying, what? What did you say? Or what did you just say? Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. What's this? What's this when you don't know what something is? What's this? When you're out for dinner, you're out for lunch or something and you find a new food, you're curious, just say, what's this? To reply to this question, just say, it's blah, blah, blah. What's your name? What's your name? Of course, you should know how to ask this question and how to answer this question. What's your name is a little more natural than what is your name. Again, contracted form will help you sound much more natural. So what's your name? Someone asks you, you can just give your name. Alicia. That's fine. You can say Alicia. You can say I'm Alicia. That's fine too. You can say my name is, or my name's Alicia. Either, any of those are fine. In a more formal situation, a business situation, I would use my name is blah, 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 while I shake hands or something. What's your phone number? The next one is, what's your phone number? I would not ask this question right away. Like maybe you've met the person a few times, but you'd like to contact them, whether it's because you're romantically interested in them or because you want to be better friends with them. But just, if you meet someone for the first time and you're like, what's your phone number? It's like a little... It's a little too much. So use this question after you've met the person a few times and you know you want to become better friends. When you want to give your phone number, just say it's and the number. That's fine. Just it's blah, blah, blah. Or my phone number is blah, blah, blah with the number 555-1,000,526. When is your birthday? So maybe you want to plan a birthday party, for example, or it's just another fun question the first time you meet someone. When is your birthday? So when you want to tell someone your birthday, just give the month and the date. January 15th, August 42nd. That's a real day. If you want to make a full sentence, you can say my birthday is month, date. Where are you from? The next word, the next question is, where are you from? This can refer to your country or your city, but I feel like more stuff in it refers to your country. So where are you from? Your answer should be, I'm from place. I'm from China. I'm from Japan. I'm from Vietnam. I'm from America. Whatever. I'm from bleh. Where did you learn English? The next question is, where did you learn English? Where did you learn English? If you're speaking great English, you can say, I learned English at EnglishClass101.com. Because you did, because you're watching now. Anyway, where did you learn English? In this case, in the case of like these videos, I learned English online, or I learned English from, and then the school name or the program name. So I learned English from EnglishClass101.com, for example. If you studied English at university, you can say, I learned English at university. Or I learned English from my friends, perhaps. Where do you live? Where do you live? Depending on the situation where you're asked this can mean your country, like I live in America, I live in China. Sometimes it's about the place in the city where you live, sometimes it's about the country where you live. So you can kind of feel, I think, which type of question is being asked. Where do you work? Where do you work is talking about your job. You can use the pattern, I work at company name, or I work for company name. Either is fine. I work at ABC Company. I work for ABC Company. Either is okay. But, you know, if you have answered with the wrong information, the other person will just ask you, like, oh, I mean, where is your office? Or, oh, I mean, which company do you work for? Use the force for this one. Where is the bathroom? Where is the bathroom? Very important question. Where is the bathroom? In American English, where is the bathroom or where is the restroom is more common than where is the toilet. Using the word toilet is a little bit too direct in American English, so I recommend bathroom or restroom. So those are 15 questions that you should definitely know. Know how to ask these questions and know how to answer these questions. They are very useful and very important for everyday conversation. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to do so that you can check our fun stuff every week. With that, we will see you again next time. Bye! If you are a baby watching this video, please contact us because you're amazing.
Did you know my birthday is January 15th before you said that?
No, is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah! Thunderdome in my stomach. That's going at the end of a video, I'm sure. Steak.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about American food. So let's get started. Apple pie. The first food is apple pie. Apple pie is a delicious and sweet American dessert. It is as it sounds. It is a pie, so a bit of crust, and on the inside is apple, fresh apple, I hope. Large feasts often have an apple pie for dessert. In a sentence, my mom cooks an apple pie every Thanksgiving. Chocolate chip cookie. Next food is the chocolate chip cookie. This is a very popular cookie. It's a simple cookie. You just put chocolate chips into any cookie, into anything, and you can make a chocolate chip cookie. If you eat it, there's a very kind of nostalgic childhood feel about a chocolate chip cookie. In a sentence, when I was a child, I made chocolate chip cookies with my mom and my brother. That's true. Hamburger. The next food is probably the first food you thought of when I said we were talking about American foods today. It is the hamburger. Woohoo! A beef patty between two pieces of bread. And depending on your preference, you can put anything you like on your hamburger. Many people like to use cheese, thereby making it a cheeseburger. You can use lettuce, ketchup, tomato, onion, mustard, relish, whatever. Go crazy. Bacon, avocado, anything, really. I love trying new and interesting hamburger combinations. Jelly beans. Jelly beans. This is an interesting American food. They're colorful. They usually come in a package about this size, maybe this big. They are kind of a squishy, jelly-like candy, very, very sugary, and they usually have some kind of fruit flavor. You can find the regular jelly beans, which are sweet and delicious, or you can find jelly beans which are maybe a mysterious mixture. In a sentence, when I was a kid, I loved eating jelly beans. This is an actual picture from from a supermarket. Almost all of those are jelly beans, or they're candies to some degree. So you can see there are like bins to scoop the candy out of. There's a bin to like pour candy from. This is amazing. American candy is just unreal. There's so much. Turkey. Okay, the next food is turkey. Turkey, it's a weird big bird that we almost always eat at Thanksgiving. That's right, turkeys, you're weird. In a sentence, every year my family cooks a turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. Boston baked beans. The next food is Boston baked beans. This is something I haven't had in a long time. As you might have guessed, it's an East Coast style food from Boston. So Boston style baked beans are typically sweetened with molasses or with maple syrup. In a sentence, I'm going to make a chili later today with Boston baked beans. Grits. This is a food that comes from the southern part of America. I didn't eat grits growing up, so I don't really know very well. From a video that we did a while back, we learned that grits are commonly eaten at breakfast. You can eat them with butter. I eat grits every day for breakfast. Hush puppies. Ah, here we are again. The next American food is hush puppies. Hush puppies, from the same video that we talked about grits. Our friend Keith came in and told us about hush puppies. It's just a ball of dough that is fried. That's it. Very, very simple food. Very, very healthy, surely. No.
In a sentence, I haven't had hush puppies yet and I really want to try them, but they don't seem very healthy, so it's not high on my to-do list. Biscuits and gravy. Okay, great. The next food is biscuits and gravy. It's a very simple dish, as you can guess. It's just a biscuit and gravy. The gravy is usually very, very rich, very, very fatty, very fattening. This is a dish that is typically eaten for breakfast. A simple coffee shop or just, yeah, a local simple restaurant might have biscuits and gravy on the menu. In a sentence, I used to eat biscuits and gravy at my grandparents' house in the winter. Philly cheesesteaks. Oh my God, I'm getting so hungry for a very not healthy food. Okay. The next food is Philly cheesesteaks. Philly cheesesteaks are so good. Philly is short for Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia. Philly cheesesteak is a sandwich from Philadelphia. The sandwich has cheese and steak. Oh my God, can you hear my stomach? Yeah. Delicious, delicious. It's a very East Coast American sandwich. In a sentence, if you go to Philadelphia, make sure you try a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. All right, so those are 10 American foods. Have you tried any of these foods? What did you think of them? This video has made me very hungry. All right, thank you very much for watching this episode of Top Words. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and we will see you again soon for some more good information. Bye. Feed me. I'm like, oh, I can't.
Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 10 different phrases that you can use to respond to the question, how are you? So let's go. I'm great. The first phrase is, I'm great. If someone says, how are you? You can say, I'm great. Try to say, I'm great with a kind of an upbeat voice. So something like, how are you? I'm great. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad. If you say, I'm feeling bad, the other person is probably, if they're a friend of yours or a coworker, going to ask you why, what happened. So if you want to use I'm feeling bad, make sure you have an explanation ready. Anyway, somebody says, how are you? And you go, I'm feeling bad. Maybe I went out for drinks last night with my coworkers. Oops. I'm okay. I'm okay. I feel like this is one of those intonation practice ones. I'm okay with that, I'm okay. It's like sort of upward intonation. You're like, cool. But if someone says, how are you? And you're like, I'm okay. They're like, oh no, what happened? So you can use your intonation with I'm okay to make it a good thing or a not so good thing. But either way, it's not like a very super serious response. Thank you for asking. Yeah. I imagine this would be in a more formal situation. Like if my friend said to me, how are you? And I was like, thank you for asking. They'd be like, what? I would say I'm fine or I'm doing well, I'm doing great, plus thank you for asking. So I have to say, how are you? Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. Oh, that's how I would use it. And you? The next one is and you. Like the least natural response to how are you is I'm fine, thank you, and you. Like just just take it out of your head. Nobody says that. I always say how about you. That's a much more natural thing. How are you? How are you? How are you can be a response, again, after you have given your answer to the question. How are you? I'm great. How are you? How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm great. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? How have you been recently? How have you been recently? This is only useful if you haven't seen the other person for a while. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. How are you? I'm not bad. No, I'm not bad. Things could be worse. I would probably do this. I'm sleepy. The next expression is I'm sleepy. Hey, it's like so specific. If someone said, how are you? I would probably say, I'm okay, but I'm a little sleepy. I don't know that I would just say I'm sleepy, unless it's a really good friend of mine. It's a person close to you. You can say, I'm so tired. I would say I'm super tired or I'm really tired. And I feel like that's a little bit more natural than just I'm sleepy. I'm good. One that I use a lot, if someone says, how are you? I say, I'm good. That's just probably my go-to response. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Maybe I'll repeat it while smiling. I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, thanks for asking. Great. How are you?
That is the end. Those are 10 phrases that you can use to respond to the question, how are you? If there's one takeaway from this and from other things that we've done over the last few years on this channel, just get rid of that I'm fine, thank you, and you, and pick one of these that we've talked about today. Of course, if there's another expression that you use for a response to how are you, I'd be very interested to learn about that. But in general, you're pretty safe if you stick with these, I think. So, thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words, and we will see you again soon. Bye. Nice. Yeah, vamos a la playa. Now we're going to the beach. Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 20 travel phrases that you should know. So, let's go. Do you have any recommendations? The first phrase is, do you have any recommendations? This is great to use when you get to a restaurant where you don't know what the food is, you don't know anything about the local cuisine, or you're just feeling a little bit adventurous. You can ask the waitstaff, do you have any recommendations? How much is this? How much is this? This is useful when you're out shopping or when you're in a restaurant and the price is not clearly marked or something is not clear to you. So you can ask, how much is this? Usually when you point to something, I would recommend like pointing to the menu or pointing to an item. How much is this? I'd like this. You can point to something and say, I'd like this. If you want to say, I'd like one, for example, I don't know, you're getting beer. I'd like one of these. If, however, you're in a situation where you can't point, you can say, I'd like 10 of the blah, blah, blah. I'd like 10 of the blue t-shirts, please. Can I try this on? Is useful when you're shopping for clothes. So you find something that you'd like to try, just ask the staff, can I try this on? You can just say, I want to try this on, if you like. Do you speak English? You might get asked this phrase, so you should say, if you're watching this video, you should probably say yes, or you can say yes, a little, if you're not feeling very confident. If you're watching this video and you're understanding this part and you say no, then that's a little strange. So, I have a reservation. Usually the staff will greet you and you can say, I have a reservation. Hello, I have a reservation. It's at 7 o'clock. The name is Alicia. Usually we say the name is, or it's under, meaning the reservation is under my name, or it's for name, or it's in name. Water, please. Depending on which country you're from, water may or may not automatically be brought to your table when you're at a restaurant. If you would like more water, however, you can say, water, please. To make it a little more polite, I would wave at the waitstaff and say, could I please have some more water? Do you take credit cards? Do you take credit cards? In case you're not sure if the shop that you're in will accept credit cards or debit cards, you can ask them, do you take credit cards? So it doesn't mean, do you take, meaning, are you going to take my card? But this take means, do you accept credit cards? This isn't what I ordered. So if you're at a restaurant, you order steak and you get lobster instead. You can look at it and go, ah, this isn't what I ordered. Be careful though. Say this politely. If you look at the waitstaff and you say, this isn't what I ordered, they're gonna be like, I don't know, just be a nice customer. Excuse me, but I don't think this is what I ordered, or this isn't what I ordered. Can you please check? Could we have the menu, please? If for some reason you don't receive a menu when you come to the table, you can, again, just wave at a member of the staff and say, could we have the menu, please? Could you give me a discount? Could you give me a discount means I would like a cheaper price, essentially. So it depends on which country you're in. If haggling or bargaining, meaning talking to the seller to try to reduce the price. My family didn't bargain, we didn't haggle, so I don't haggle. It depends on you and your culture. But just be aware of the culture that you're in and the place that you're in before you ask this question. Do you have any vegetarian dishes? Ah, this is useful. Some people have specific eating requirements or eating needs, maybe food allergies, for example. You can replace vegetarian with the specific dietary requirement that you have. Do you have any vegan dishes? Do you have any gluten-free dishes? Do you have any low-fat dishes? Do you have any low-carb dishes? Do you have any fish-free dishes? Do you have any... Could you take a picture of me, please? If you are in a location where you would like to take a picture, but you don't want to do a selfie or you don't have a selfie stick, or whatever. You want someone else to take a picture of you, a stranger that you don't know. You can ask them, could you take a picture of me, please? Or, excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of me, please? I'm allergic to blah, blah, blah. If you have a food allergy or even an allergy to a medicine, this is the phrase you can use to explain that. I'm allergic to wheat, or I can't eat wheat, for example. Is the Wi-Fi free? Meaning, can I use the Wi-Fi free of charge? Keep in mind, some places have a password that you have to ask the staff for. So you can say, is the Wi-Fi free? If they say yes, you can then follow that up with, can I have the password? I'd like to have a non-smoking seat, please. So when you go to a restaurant, you have an option between smoking and non-smoking sections. The staff will say smoking or non-smoking. You can say, I'd like to have a non-smoking seat, please. Quite honestly though, the most natural response is just to say non-smoking. Could I get a map? Maybe it's a map of the subway system for the city that you're in, or maybe it's a map of the area around your hotel. You could say, could I have a map as well? Could I have the check? You're finished at your cafe, you're finished at the restaurant, and it's time to leave, it's time to pay. So you say to the waitstaff, excuse me, could I have the check? Another more common expression perhaps is, excuse me, check please. You might also hear bill. Excuse me, can I have the bill? Where is the bathroom? Very important question. If you're traveling in America, we don't really use the word toilet or washroom very much. We use bathroom or restroom to talk about toilet facilities. Excuse me, can you tell me where the bathroom is? Or excuse me, I'm looking for the bathroom, or I'm looking for the restroom. Is this the train for blah, blah, blah? Or is this the train that goes to blah, blah, blah? To confirm with someone that I'm indeed on the correct train line. If I say, is this the train bound for San Francisco? You can use that to check if you're correct. So that's the end. Those are 20 travel phrases that you can use when you're traveling in an English-speaking country. Give them a try. I hope that they go well for you. Of course, there are many different variations on these themes, so be sure to experiment a little bit. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words, and we will see you again soon. Bye! The things that I do before I travel to a country where I cannot speak the language, I actually learned numbers. Okay, Fiend. All right, let's go. L-E-T-S-G-O. Let's go, let's go. L-E-T-S-G-O. Let's go. Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 tourist attractions in the US. So let's go. Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Okay, the first place is Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Disney World's Magic Kingdom is in Florida. In a sentence, I'm going to Disney Magic Kingdom, Disney World Magic Kingdom, with my family this summer. Disneyland Park. The next tourist location is Disneyland Park, or just Disneyland. This is the California. Anaheim, California is home to Disneyland. That's the Disneyland that I grew up going to, actually. Yeah, a very, very popular tourist attraction, very popular with families, with young children, right across the street from California Adventure. In a sentence, I want to meet Mickey Mouse at Disneyland Park. I went to Disneyland several times with my family when I was growing up. Statue of Liberty. The next one is the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is in New York City. It's a very, very famous, tall, greenish-colored statue donated from France. In a sentence, I visited the Statue of Liberty when I was about 14 years old with my family. Fisherman's Wharf. The next popular tourist attraction is Fisherman's Wharf. Fisherman's Wharf is a popular market fish selling location in San Francisco. So you can go there for fresh seafood. It's really famous for that. You can shop around in that area. In a sentence, we're gonna go to Fisherman's Wharf this weekend. Do you wanna come? The Golden Gate Bridge. The next tourist attraction is the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge is also in California, in San Francisco. It features in the opening credits to Full House, I think, actually. So it's really, really familiar for a lot of people around the world. In a sentence, I drove over the Golden Gate Bridge last weekend. Lake Mead National Recreation Area. The next tourist location is Lake Mead. I guess the official title is Lake Mead National Recreation Area. The cool things about Lake Mead is that there's of course water in the lake, but the sides of the lake, it's all rock. It's like this red rock, red and white rocks that just go
up and like form cliffs on the sides of the lake. It's really, really beautiful actually. You can water ski and stuff like that there. Hike around too. Really cool. So in a sentence, I think that Lake Mead is a beautiful tourist attraction. Mount Rushmore. So the next popular tourist location is Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota, and the reason that it's famous is because there are the faces of presidents carved into the mountain. So this is a really popular place to go and take pictures. In a sentence, I went on a trip to Mount Rushmore with my class in junior high school. Niagara Falls. The next popular tourist location is Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is a really, really famous tourist location, but it's not a natural waterfall. It's actually a dam. So Niagara Falls is in upstate New York. And yeah, it's really popular just because it's huge. It's like a huge waterfall. People can like take rafting trips down this thing, I think. So in a sentence, I have never been to Niagara Falls. True. Times Square. The next place is very, very famous. Times Square. Times Square is like one of the central tourist locations in New York City. It's that place that you see in all the movies where there are all the billboards and signs and the bright lights. It's like that quintessential. Quintessential means like the heart of something, or like the main example of something. That's quintessential. So Times Square is like the quintessential like tourist place in New York City. In a sentence, the lights in Times Square are so bright it seems like day even at night. Pike's Place Market. The next place is Pike's Place Market. This is a really famous place in Seattle, Washington. Pike's Place Market, similar to Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco, is a place where you can buy a lot of fresh fish. There's also a really, really famous thing they do there where like the sellers will throw fish like over customers, like as people buy them. Make sure you eat some fresh fish at Pike's Place Market. You can see fish sellers throwing fish to each other at Pike's Place Market. All right, so those are 10 tourist attractions in America. Have you been? Or do you know of any other big tourist attractions in America? Let us know in a comment. Thanks very much for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. We will see you again soon for more fun stuff. Bye! Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 ways to prepare for travel. So let's go. Choose your destination. The first step is to choose your destination. Destination is the place you want to go. So of course, choose your destination to begin your travels. In a sentence, if you choose your destination based only on price, you might be disappointed. Buy a guidebook. The next expression is buy a guidebook, or maybe download a guidebook at this point. Buy a guidebook. So once you have chosen your destination, you can buy a guidebook for your destination, which will give you tips about what to do there. In a sentence, I bought my guidebook on the internet and it was great. You can buy a guidebook at a used bookstore for less. Save money. Phrase for travel is save money. So once you have chosen your destination and bought a guidebook, you need to save money if you haven't saved money already. So travel can be expensive. You need to save money for your actual transportation as well as for the things you plan to do in your destination. So in a sentence, I'm trying to save money for a trip to Europe next year. Saving money is hard, but it's worth it when you're on the trip. Book a flight. The next step is to book a flight. So you've saved your money, you've chosen your destination, you've bought the guidebook, now you need to book your flight. So to book means to reserve. It's the same as in like book a restaurant, for example, book a hotel, book a flight. So in a sentence, I booked my flight for my vacation last week. Research the costs. Research the costs. Well, I hope you do this before you book your flight, but you research the costs of where you're going to go. How much does it cost to eat there? How much does transportation cost there? How much are sightseeing attractions going to cost there? Those kinds of things. So you need to research the costs for your trip. In a sentence, I researched the costs for my upcoming vacation in Europe and it seems pretty reasonable. Request vacation time. The next step is to request vacation time, or to request time off, or to ask for time off. So at your job, if you need to take time away from your job to go traveling somewhere, you need to request vacation time. In a sentence, I'm going to request vacation time next week and I feel a little bit nervous. Book accommodations. The next expression is book accommodations, or just book a hotel, or book a hostel, something like that. Book an Airbnb as well is fine. So this means to reserve the place you are going to stay in your destination. Let's see. In a sentence, I booked my hotel on the internet. Obtain an international driving license. The next one, for some of you, perhaps if you really want to do all of the things, you can obtain an international driving license. So maybe if you really, really, really want to be able to drive a car in your destination, you can get a driver's license, permission to drive a car in the country of your destination. So in a sentence, I'm taking the test for my international driver's license next week. I hope I pass. Pack. The next one is the verb pack. So to pack. Pack means to put things in a suitcase or to put things in a box. This motion of putting things in something else for the purpose of taking them elsewhere is packing. We do it when we move to a new house or when we travel. In a sentence, I need to pack for my trip next week. Get a visa. The next expression is get a visa. So in some countries, you need to get a visa before you go to the country. Even if you're just there as a tourist, you need to get a visa, special permission to be in that country. Sometimes you have to pay money for it, so you need to research this before you travel. In a sentence, I got my visa when I arrived in Australia. All right, so those are 10 phrases that you can use as you prepare to travel. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you can use these the next time you plan to travel somewhere. Thanks very much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for more fun stuff. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!
Hi everyone, my name is Bridget, and in today's lesson, we are going to be talking about the top 10 most common tourist vocabulary. Let's get started. Ticket. All passengers must have a ticket. A ticket is what grants you access to places, so you buy tickets ahead of time, and you show them at the door, someone takes them, someone scans them, just to make sure you've paid to get where you're going. When you get onto a plane, you have a ticket. When you go into a museum, you have to show your ticket. When you go into the movie theater, you have a ticket. Ticket. Tourist. I think you all know what it means to be a tourist. A tourist is someone who's visiting a new place for pleasure. It means you're going out and exploring, trying new things. You're going there as a tourist. To tour. You're literally there to tour a place, to get a sense of it, to see new things. Itinerary. What's on the itinerary, dear? An itinerary is a schedule of what you are going to be doing in a given day. So you can wake up and say, what's on the itinerary for today? Just like you can say, what's on the schedule for today? It means what you have planned. So for example, I've booked a vacation package where all the days are planned out for me. So day 1, what's on the itinerary? Oh, it seems day 1, we're going to a museum, and then we're going to a stadium, and then we're going to see a play. Guidebook. A guidebook is a book that has information about a certain place. So if you're traveling to Japan, you can buy a Japan guidebook. And in that book, you're going to see good restaurants to try, museums, neighborhoods to check out, different things. So the guidebook is meant to guide you on your tour of a new place. Tour bus. A tour bus is a bus that's meant for tourists. It's a bus you get on that takes you around and shows you different things. Or if you're in an organized tour, maybe everyone in your group will get on this tour bus, and the bus will take you to the places on your itinerary. Let's take the tour bus back to the hotel. Temple. Temple. A temple is a building devoted to the worship of a particular god or gods. You can say, wow, there are so many temples in Kyoto, in Japan. Mosque. That's a very old mosque. A mosque is a Muslim place of worship. Church. A church is a Christian place of worship. I'm sure you've seen plenty of them on your travels. Wow, this church is so tall. This church is so impressive. Waterfall. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Weird, this song's actually been stuck in my head all day. We'll hike to the waterfall and gaze upon its beauty and have lunch looking at the gushing water. A waterfall. Water is falling down the mountain. You've seen them. They're beautiful. In America, we have Niagara Falls, which is one of our most famous waterfalls. Waterfall. Tour. As a tourist, you're probably going to go on at least one tour. A guide takes you on a tour of a particular place, of a particular thing, and gives you information. That means you're on a tour. Maybe in your guidebook, you see that there's a tour to go and see a waterfall. So you get on the computer and you buy a ticket for the tour. And once you have the ticket, you add that tour to your itinerary so that you have it scheduled. Boom! Boom! Connect all the dots. So that was the top 10 most common tourist vocabulary. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to check out EnglishClass101.com to learn more English.
Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Making you learn by having fun. It's a thing. Infotainment. Ice! Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 10 things to do in the summer in the United States. So let's go. To travel abroad. To travel abroad. To travel abroad. Abroad means outside of your country. So meaning to travel to a place not the United States, in my case. Please don't forget to in this expression. So many of my students will say, this summer I'm going Europe. You need to use to before the place. You do not, however, need to use to before there. So like students sometimes will say, I want to go to there. You can't do that. You have to use to before the specific name of a place. There is not a specific place, so you don't need to use to. Keep that one in mind. To relax at the beach. To relax at the beach. Ah, that sounds fantastic right now. To relax at the beach. You go to the beach and you just relax there. You lay in the sun, you go swimming, maybe you drink a beer, you get a tan if you would like to do that, of course. Some people don't. You put on sunscreen, whatever it is that you like to do at the beach, you just do that and enjoy. In a sentence, I would rather relax at the beach than have a really active vacation. To learn English with EnglishClass101.com. To learn English with EnglishClass101.com. Thanks! So I guess if you are very ambitious this summer, good for you. You can learn English by doing what you're doing now. Or I think you can visit, I presume you can visit the website for more content there too. I'm going to put my time to good use and learn English at EnglishClass101.com. To have a barbecue. Oh yeah, the next one is one of my favorite things ever to do in summer, wherever I am. It's to have a barbecue, or to have a BBQ is also okay, but barbecue usually. BBQ is in like writing. I love having barbecues with my friends in the summer. Every 4th of July, my family has a big barbecue. To party all night. The next expression is to party all night. To party all night, it doesn't have to be summer or the United States to party all night. Just saying. Anyway, to party all night means to do something you enjoy, presumably with your friends, or not, I guess. I partied like all night at home. I tweeted pajamas are the best, and then I tweeted a picture of myself really excited about a cookie and was very embarrassed about that the next day, so I deleted it in the morning. Since I won't have school in the morning, I'm going to party all night. In a different sentence, I don't like partying all night. I get tired. I always hit a wall at like 3 a.m. Like I'm like, yay! And then 3 a.m. I'm like, I'm ready to sleep. To get a tan. To get a tan. To get a tan, in some cultures this is a good thing. In some cultures it's not a good thing. It means to sit in the sun or lay in the sun and let the sun change the color of your skin. Be careful. There are two expressions in English. There's one to get a tan and another is to get a sunburn. So in US culture anyway, getting a tan means like your skin turns like a darker brown color. But when it turns red, it's bad. That means you've burned your skin. So tan, good, burn, bad. So we'd have two separate words to describe that. In a sentence, you'll find me poolside getting a tan. To go hiking. The next expression is to go hiking. So hiking means walking or trekking, usually in a mountain or in a nature setting. So in a sentence, I used to go hiking with my family every summer. That's roughly true. In this sentence, I'm going to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. To work a part-time job. The next expression is to work a part-time job. To work a part-time job is very common if you're a student especially. So when you have your summer vacation, it's a chance for you to earn a little bit of money by working at a part-time job. In a sentence, unfortunately, she can't go because she has to work at her part-time job. When I was a teenager, I had a part-time job at a golf course. Yeah, because I was on the golf team at school. Very convenient, lovely experiences. A+, everybody. To have fun with friends. To have fun with friends, also something that you do not need to only do in summer, but which you can do anytime. We're having fun now, aren't we? Yay! So to have fun with friends is just to enjoy time with your friends. It's great. In a sentence, I love having fun with my friends whenever I can. He has fun with friends, but he doesn't do much else. Oh. To attend summer school. The next one is to attend summer school. To attend summer school usually has kind of a bad image I feel, in the US anyway, because it sounds like maybe you missed something in regular school. But for some people, maybe there's a special course they want to attend, or like a special internship program, or just something special extra that they would like to study. In a sentence, I hated going to summer school when I was a kid. Since I failed the class, I'll have to attend summer school. So those are 10 things that you can do in the summer in the US or in many other countries, I think. If there's something that you like to do in the summer in your country, or in any country for that matter, let us know in the comments. So thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you again soon for more fun stuff. Bye!
Hi everyone, I'm Bridget and welcome to today's lesson. Today's topic is 10 ways to say hello in English. Good morning. Good morning is the first thing you say to someone when you see them in the morning. Good morning, sir. Would you like a cup of coffee? Good morning. Could I please get some orange juice? Good morning. I'm still tired from the night before. Hello. Hello is the most common greeting you'll hear. That and hi. Hello is a polite, nice way to greet someone when you see them. Hello. Everyone says it. You cannot go wrong saying hello. Hello can be used at any time of the day, no matter whether it's morning or at night or at 4 a.m. When you see someone, you can say hello and it will still be appropriate. Long time no see. Long time no see. It's not necessarily grammatically correct, but it's a saying that we have. Hey, long time no see. What it means is that you haven't seen that person in a long time. So it literally means long time no see. Long time no see is something you say to someone when you haven't seen them in a while. Hey, John. Long time no see. How are the wife and kids? How have you been? Hey, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been is asking someone how they're doing and how they've been for the past however long if you haven't seen them in a while. You might say, hey, long time no see. How have you been? How have you been? That's past tense. It implies that you haven't seen them in a while and you want to hear about how they are and how they've been for all of that time that you haven't seen them. Hey, long time no see. How have you been? How are you? How are you means how are you doing? How are you feeling? How is everything? It's a standard thing that you might say to anyone, even if you've seen them the day before. You might see them today and say, hey, how are you? How's it going? Hey, how's it going? How's it going is a more informal way to say, how are you? So, how are you and how's it going, they mean the same thing. It's asking how you are doing, how you are feeling. Is everything okay with you? What's up? What's up is another way of saying, hey, how's it going? But this one is even more informal. So you might say this to friends, hey, what's up? And they'll say, nothing, just living my life, day in and day out. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Would you like some lunch? Good afternoon is a polite way to greet someone in the afternoon. So if you run into your boss, you might say, good afternoon. It's very nice, it's polite. Not a lot of people say it to their friends, but it's a polite way to greet someone. Good evening. Good evening is a nice way to greet someone in the evening time. You can only use this phrase in the evening because it's wishing someone a good evening. It's saying hello at a certain time of day. Good evening. Would you like some dinner? Good evening. Have you eaten yet? All of my examples involve food, it seems. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. This is something that's very common to say the first time that you meet someone. You might shake their hand and say, hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Bridget. My name is... It's telling that person that you are happy to be meeting them. It's a pleasure to meet them. Hi, it's nice to meet you. That brings us to the end of this lesson, 10 ways to say hello. If you guys liked the video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And don't forget to go to EnglishClass101.com for more English.
Hey everyone, I'm Paris from EnglishClass101.com. In this video, we're talking about how to ask and give directions. Let's start. To the left, to the left. The first phrase is, where is the? Where is the? For example, you can ask, where is the bank? This can be used to ask for a general location or detailed directions. Don't be surprised if you only receive basic information. For example, next to the grocery store. The next phrase is, I need to go to the. I need to go to the. For example, you can say, I need to go to the police station. The word need is used, but this is used for non-emergencies as well. How do I get to the? How do I get to the? For example, you can say, how do I get to the museum? This question can be used to ask for step-by-step directions instead of a general location. Is the near here? Is the near here? For example, you can say, is the library near here? If you're unfamiliar with an area, you can ask to get this information about a specific place where you want to go. Is the bathroom near here? Excuse me, do you know where the is? Excuse me, do you know where the is? For example, you can say, excuse me, do you know where the park is? Only use excuse me when you're starting a conversation with a stranger. Another common phrase is the far from here? Is the far from here? For example, you can say, is the post office far from here? This is an indirect way to ask for directions. People will tell you how far the place is and probably tell you the best way to get there. Walking, taking a bus, driving, Uber. Now let's take a look at expressions to give directions. Turn left. Turn left. For example, you can say, turn left after 2 blocks. This gives you information about how far you should go before you make any changes. In this case, you should go left. To the left, to the left. Turn right. Turn right. For example, you can say, turn right at the 3rd traffic light. This also gives you information about how far you should go before taking another action. In this case, you should go right. Go straight. Go straight. This simply tells you to go in one direction. It also implies that if you keep going straight, that you will eventually find what you're looking for. Go past. Go past. For example, you can say, go past the church. A landmark is just an easily noticeable place, for example, a movie, theater, restaurant. At the corner of. At the corner of. For example, you can say, it's at the corner of. This means that a place is located at the corner where two streets meet. In front of. In front of. For example, you can say, the bus station is in front of the supermarket. We use front to refer to the main entrance of a building. It can also mean visible from the front, and doesn't necessarily mean it's directly in front of something. Behind. Behind. For example, you can say, the parking lot is behind the movie theater. We use behind to say that something is at the rear of a building. The front of a building is its main entrance, so which side it's facing the street is really not important. Next to. Next to. For example, you can say, the restaurant is next to the park. This is an example of using a non-specific location to give general directions. Next to can be anywhere beside, in front of, or around a place. McDonald's is next to my house. Between. Between. For example, you can say, the store is between the coffee shop and the pet store. Between is used with two other places. When using between, the main place will always be in the middle of the two other places. Okay, that's all for this lesson. Which phrase do you like the most? Leave us a comment and let us know. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.